Hi, I'm Caitlin. I'm 15 years old. I'm from the Chicago area where I grew up with my mom and 4 younger siblings.
Hello, my name is Kaylee. I'm 32 years old, and I went to the women's center called Grace House in Indianapolis.
Hi, my name is Allie Yakes. I'm 17 years old. I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
My name is Veronica. I'm 17 years old.
Hi, my name is Courtney Vo. I'm 17 and I'm from Kansas City, Missouri.
At a very young age, I was sexually abused by my stepfather, who later on left the picture, and I never knew my biological father due to his addiction. Even though they were both absent in my life, their actions affected me a lot. So I started taking it out on my mom by making cutting remarks all the time, destroying her property and interrupting her time, trying to prioritize myself first. As I grew older and stronger, I became harder to control, and my mom and I came to an agreement that I needed to find help. So on June 23rd of 2020, I came to Teen Challenge.
Was in a very emotional and physical, verbal, abusive relationship with my ex, and I turned to alcohol to self-medicate, and it put me in the hospital. When I got out of the hospital, my mom came to have a talk with me, and she had heard about Grace House from one of her friends at church.
All my life, I've tried to figure out who I was. When I was young, I was adopted and given to a new family, which I thought was great because it was a fresh start, but a fresh start always comes with hardships. And when I started 7th grade, I put on a mask. I faked who I was. I fell into a really bad eating disorder where I started blacking out all the time. Couldn't really remember what was going on around me. The doctors thought it was just my eating habits and just my unhealthy ways of living, but not 2 years later they found out I had epilepsy. It crushed who I was. I let that define me instead of having God help define me, and I turned to drugs, alcohol, and parties. In August 6th of 2020, I came to Teen Challenge.
I arrived at Teen Challenge on June 29, 2019.
On December 16th of 2020, I arrived at Teen Challenge. I am a completely different person. I was actually not religious at all before I came here. So coming here was like, what is going on? What am I learning? But it definitely added all up in my head pretty quick, and my faith definitely became more important to me, and I just wanted to keep on going and learn more about Christ.
Teen Challenge has helped me restore my relationship with my family, finish high school a year early. I've gained a deeper relationship with God. I've learned that no matter what I'm going through, that I can look towards Him.
So when I got there, I was very scared and worried, and I was actually in quarantine because of the COVID season. And then as soon as I was out of quarantine and I met all the girls that had similar problems of me, for some reason I felt a comfortability that I've never had before, and that we did go to church and we learned about the word that I've never even heard about. Like, I knew the Bible, but not the way I know now. Just going to church and living in the word instead of just reading the word, I would have never had that without being at Grace House.
Since then, my relationships have been completely restored. I've never, ever had such good relationships with my family, and I'm finally safe to go home and just be a light in my house. A verse that stands out to me is Isaiah 40:31, which says, "They that wait on the Lord will renew their strength. They will mount up on wings as eagles and soar. They will walk and not grow weary. They will run and not faint." And that reminds me that as long as I wait on God and do things according to His will, that the best is yet to come. When I complete high school, I want to attend UCLA and become a police officer later on in life, and just shine the light that God has blessed me with in other people's life.
After graduating Teen Challenge, I'm looking forward to starting a new chapter in my life. I'll be starting college and going first for my associates in criminology and psychology, and I'm going to be an active member of my church back at home and just spend all my free time making up for the lost time with my family. But ultimately, I'm going to live the rest of my life for Christ because that is the only thing that matters.
After graduating high school May 2022, I'm planning on to go back to Wisconsin and live with my family and start college. And the verse I stand on is Philippians 4:13, which is, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength.
I would like to go to college and major in dermatology and pursue my dreams.
Now I am 16 months sober and I have graduated the program of Grace House. Now being an intern at the Adolescent Center, I get to teach in this very room with all the girls that I get to instill the strength in that God gave me when I was in my program. And I'm very blessed and lucky and very grateful that God has kept me on this journey, and I'm very grateful to all the staff and students here at the Adolescent Center.